Well, the market's closed today, Monday, February the 27th. I was disappointed today. Not because HBI went so much up or down, but it went nowhere, and so the premiums sort of reflect that. Tomorrow I've got to price it to sell, either in terms of options contracts or sales outright. I prefer to sell options, of course. The reason I get a bit nervous at this price level is not that I feel like the company has any danger of going out of business. They're still making a profit after all, but it is down. But I'm more concerned about it getting so low that somebody's with a lot of money is just going to come in and snatch it up. I mean, now we're getting down to the point where you can get it cheap enough. The land and the plant and other assets, could be sold off. The way I would break it up if I were buying it to take it over would be to sell off the plant and property. But the most valuable thing they have is the brand name. So sell that to somebody else, let them manufacture the product. But more likely, somebody will come in and buy it out and start cutting costs aggressively, starting with board members and officers of corporations' high salaries. But be that as it may, that would take it private, which means that stock will no longer be available as an underlying stock or stock options. There's not a whole lot of good alternatives. Heading into this recession, most stuff was priced way too high. So the stock that I've made a lot of money on in the past, AEO, American Eagle Outfitters. But while they may be one of the better retailers, they are still pretty much doing most of their sales volume in malls. And I think the long-term future of the malls is very bleak indeed. But at any rate, like I've said many times, I don't have a crystal ball. But tomorrow will be interesting. Usually after Monday's over, everything else is anticlimactic. But tomorrow I've got 24 contracts I've got to sell or sell the underlying stock. So surprise, surprise. We'll see what tomorrow brings. It really depends on how the market opens tomorrow. I try not to time the market, but on the other hand, I don't want to. Sometimes the better part of wisdom is just to wait a little bit. We got a lot of people selling stock short. And when it starts going up, they have to cover their shorts before they still got some profit left. And sometimes that can bring a 80 cent, I have seen 80, 90 cent gain in one day. But I can't just sit on my laurels or sit on my stock in this case and wait for that to happen. No, I can keep my revenue stream alive. Current value of my portfolio is one thing, but the more important thing is the revenue stream. So And in the retail business, which is what I'm in essentially, it could be a can of beans, but it so happens to be stock option contracts. But when you don't sell something, if you miss a sale, that revenue's gone forever because you're into a new day. So my revenue today was pretty sparse. If it hadn't been for those 5 put contracts that I ordered, and they were filled. And that was done pretty much on a fluke. Or on a previous video, I was trying to explain how to do puts for somebody who's new to this game. And so when I got in there and realized I had so much margin balance or amount that I could draw on, I went ahead and placed order for 5 put contracts at $6, and those sold. So I did get some revenue today. I think it was $320, something like that. Let's go to the web page quickly and talk about it. As you can see, I did put in cancel my original order and put in order on 550 call contracts at 15 cents, and even that didn't get filled. So in a way, you know what that tells me? In a way, it tells me that I just took in $225 today. Poor day. What that tells me is that a lot of people think that it's sort of reached its low and it's going to go up from here, because the $5 call is priced pretty high. And that'll be my alternative tomorrow. I may just put in a $5 call contract and hope to get 50 cents a share premium. I don't know until the market opens and I can see. I just don't know. But today's revenue of $225 is certainly not acceptable. Reminds me of a song. I don't know whether it was Arnold Guthrie's song back in the Depression days or what, but it goes something like, after you've had steak for a long time, beans, they taste fine. So I may be having to taste beans for a while, but nevertheless, I'll keep it up. I've seen these periods before. When the stream sort of is running not dry, but slower than you'd want it to. So, but at any rate, stay tuned for tomorrow. It's a new day. By the way, down in the description, notice that I've got a link to the newsletter email archive. If you've been sitting on the fence on whether to subscribe to that or not, check that out and look at some of the past newsletter emails and see if there's something there that you like that you're not getting on the YouTube channel itself. It's just so much easier for me to compose emails, even with graphics, than it is to do a YouTube video. In a YouTube video, I got post-production issues. I've got to convert it to a format, high-definition format. And then I have to upload it to YouTube. And unfortunately, I'm in the area where we only have one internet service provider, and they're a cable company. It's old technology. Everything's wire-based. So my upload speed is just incredibly slow. If I've got a 30-minute video, it's going to take about 3 hours for it to upload. One of the things I would do, and may do it yet, is put in a Skylink satellite connection. But I've been trying to follow that, and for my service area, they say all I can do is go on a waiting list. But that's about $125 a month. And as slow as my service provider is, it's a company called Spectrum, division of Comcast, which best I can determine has some of the worst customer ratings in the world, for good reason, at least for Spectrum. When I lived on the south side of town, I had access to fiber optics. Of course, that'll spoil you in a hurry. I had 150 megabit download and 150 megabit upload. So 30-minute video upload to YouTube would probably take 4 minutes or so. Anyway, I'm rambling now. So have a good evening, and check out some of the, if you're not subscribed to the newsletter, go down to the description and click on the archive and see what you see there and see if it's of any interest. That archive runs about 30 days back, and then they get scrolled off the end. But that should give you some idea of what you might be getting there that you won't get just strictly on the YouTube channel. All right. Have a good day.